Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Well, the script continues for the NBA. And like I said, guys, you ain't got to give me my flowers, but you got to give me my props. Because I don't want the flowers at this point. I've already told you that the NBA is scripted in the playoffs. Well, during the regular season, too, with all these fake injuries. But definitely during the playoffs with all these fake injuries so another team can win. Not fair and square, guys. If some guys try to tell me, oh, man, this has been going on the last 10 years. Well, if you count back 10 years, that's still the LeBron James era. I've already told you. In my opinion, I think LeBron James is involved in the whole gambling thing, period. I told you. Or the betting, whatever you want to call it. The FBI already said that they had big names that will bust this whole thing open. And, you know, the NBA probably paid them off to walk away, right? The feds. So it's just my opinion. I can have an opinion based on, you know, the evidence that I'm seeing. I don't know what kind of evidence you guys are seeing, but I'm saying based on the evidence that I'm seeing. So, like I said, I think LeBron James has been involved in betting, you know, his entire career. When you look at the stuff that he's underachieved, and you know, the bettors have betted for him to win, you know they have, and then people always pushing him, you know, the media, to win in situations, and he's always come up short, getting swept for a gentleman swept. You know, whatever it was in the playoffs, the Olympics, not making the playoffs his first two seasons. No excuses, guys, with the team he had in that weak ass East. Just different things. Lakers in 5, then they get gentleman swept last year. You know, we know the whole thing with AD and stuff like that. Him getting beat up by Joker in them 2 straight series like that. Him choking it up with super teams. And like I said, it's not always him losing. It's the way he loses. Gentleman swept. Swept, all this stuff, guys, with better teams and with super teams. Don't matter if it's the Olympics, it don't matter if it's the playoffs, it don't matter if it's the finals. Keep that same energy. Remember that? Not making the playoffs, guys. His track record is whoa, why is that so hard to say? His track record is too awful, and it looks too obvious not to count that out, guys. Now that we think about gambling, now that we think about betting. So for the LeBron James fan who said it's been going on for the last 10 years, no ish. So that would be like 25, 26. Look at all the guys who got hurt in those series in the playoffs. Go check it out. And then that's the 210s. And then step into the 2020s where it's been abundant with these players so-called getting hurt. Abundant. Can any team win a series without a guy being hurt? It's like half the series or more in the playoffs in the 2020s, a guy has been hurt in just about half the series or more. That's what people should be saying, guys. I don't know why. Look, Boston Celtics choked that one out, and basically because Tatum wasn't there, and they really have no excuse. I'm gonna give them a little excuse in a minute, but they really don't have an excuse, being that they did really good without Jason Tatum throughout the year. They started out slow, whatever like that, and then just, it seems like they was the best team in the league at times. I won't say all the time, but at times, right? So the majority, they almost won 60 games, and the majority of them without Jason Tatum, guys. Against the, 7th seed Philly team, guys. Did you see that game? At the end of that game, Joel Embiid, the guy rolled on his leg and missed his leg, missed his knee. And the play-by-play said that the opponent rolled into his knee. Joel Embiid started jumping around like a clown. It was on, I think he might have went to the ground too, but he was acting, that guy never even touched his knee. Now, did he roll on his foot? Yes. But if you clearly look at the replay, he never hit his knee. Nevertheless, this is the excuse, not for Tatum not to play, but this is the excuse why they could have lost. Because Boston was without Jason Tatum the majority of the season, so they had a certain chemistry. Tatum comes back in at the end of the season. They got to build a new chemistry now, right? So Jason Tatum back in, it's a different chemistry. They've been winning, whatever like that. They had no reason even going to this game 7 with Philly, even with Jason Tatum there, but they went to game 7. Tatum set the hell out for no reason, for gambling purposes only, and threw off the chemistry, and Boston lost, guys. That would be the only excuse I would give them. How the hell is Playoff P playing good now? How is Joel Embiid playing good now? But they couldn't play good during the regular season, guys. So, of course, Jason Tatum set out. so they can throw that game, so they would have an excuse to lose, because another one bites the dust, guys. Let's talk about this. The old saying by the crazy conspiracy guy, right? What did I say? Well, let's just say the names, right? Curry, now Tatum, Greek Freak, Joker. Am I missing one? I'm trying to think. No, that's it, right? I've already told you, these guys, well, in SGA, he's not out yet. If you won a championship in the 2020s, you're not allowed to win another, while LeBron James is still in the league, guys. So guess what? SGA is next. I ain't saying it's going to be against the Lakers, but he is next, guys. NBA, prove me wrong. You keep proving me right. So the guys who already won, the superstars, we're talking about the superstars, who already won a championship in the 2020s, they are no longer, well, they're eliminated. Greek Freak didn't make it to the playoffs. Curry didn't make it to the playoffs. They dog Curry out, man. Curry ain't allowed to be nothing. They gave Curry his 4. He's been hurt ever since, guys. He ain't allowed to get no super status, no fame, no nothing. As long as LeBron James is playing. Curry got his last championship, and he ain't even allowed to play, guys. He plays for 20 games, out for 40, comes back for 10, out 30. He ain't even allowed to play. All the guys are out. Tatum, Joker, Greek Freak, and Curry. Gone. So the next victim is SGA, guys. Most likely, they're not that dumb to let them lose to the Lakers because they don't want to make it too obvious. I don't know how more obvious you could throw it in these fans' face. These games going to game 7s and 6s against these lower seeds. Get the hell out of here, guys. In the first, that's why I say, guys, these series should be no, especially in this era, should be no more than 5 games in the first round. The best out of 5. The best out of 5. I'm done. I'm done. Detroit just closed this one out. We already knew Detroit was going to win Game 7 after that monumental collapse by Orlando. We already knew. Orlando couldn't stand back up and go back to Detroit and win that. I don't even know why Detroit was even playing around. You were like the best, you were the second best team in the league, and you're playing around? Wow. First in the East. It's questionable. Well, maybe San Antonio was second best, but they were top 3. Detroit was. These guys are playing with their food for betting purposes, guys. This is insane. Will Toronto beat the Cavs? So we already had 2 upsets, right? Who was it? Denver lost. And I guess we want to say that was an upset versus Houston when the Lakers won. Who was the other upset, guys? There's another upset too. Forget who it was. If I'm mistaken, it was 2 upsets in, the NBA playing buffoonery games with these game 7s. It's not entertaining to me, guys. It's just not. It's just, it's not. I'm not trying to diss anybody's team, but if you're a number 7 seed, I don't want to hear it. If you're a 2 playing a 6, I don't want to hear it. The 3 got beat by a 6, guys. That's an upset. That's an upset. Let me look up, see if I can find out what the upset was. See if I can find out what the upset was. Oh yeah, of course, we just said it a minute ago. Boston got defeated by the Sixers. So a 7 beat a 2 and a 3 beat a 6 because Nuggets lost to Timberwolves. It's an upset, guys. Upset. And look, I'm not trying to be mean, but I've seen guys giving Philly actual credit. I gotta give them that credit for what they did and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to, even if I say I'm not into the whole, rigging it, because 1 minute, hold on. One minute, these cats cried scripted NBA. And I heard all of them say it just about. And then the next minute, you're giving these guys credit for winning in what looked like a scripted, rigged game. Jason Tatum wasn't playing, guys. He sat out for no apparent reason. I don't give a damn. It's a game 7. Hobbled the whole damn time you're playing. I don't give a damn. Why'd you even come back then? Hobbled the whole game. This is a disgrace, guys. So anyways, I saw people giving Philly credit for winning. Winning? Man, them dudes didn't win. They didn't win fair and square, guys. I'm trying to tell you. They didn't win fair and square. When Tatum set out, now the whole chemistry just gets thrown off, guys. Don't tell me how good Boston was during the season without Jason Tatum. I don't care about that. I care about they had a certain chemistry going on, and now it throws off the chemistry. That's what it does. That's what you can tell me. Other than that, miss me with the shenanigans. Okay? Because that's what it was. So I'm not going to be giving these dudes credit for winning and breaking down stats and stuff like that. If you want to, I'm not breaking down stats. I'm done. If you can show me that it's going to be a fair, square series where dudes ain't going to get hurt and we're actually playing basketball, then okay, I'm going to start breaking down stats and giving dudes credit. But I'm not giving dudes credit and breaking down stats when dudes just get hurt like usual or faking injuries. I can't do it, man. I can't do it, man. It's not going to stop until these content creators, until we come out and say, man, this ain't right. Something ain't right. I already know it ain't right. Until us content creators come out and we lobby against this, man. Until we lobby, if LeBron James and Kevin Durant can do it and fake injuries, but nobody else is faking injuries. Come on, man. Come on. What's his name? Has a strain. Anthony Edwards has a strain, guys. And they're talking about, he might not be back until the later half of the OKC series. For what? Sit your ass down. They don't want to see you then, because OKC should be sweeping Minnesota. Actually, I think they did get one game when they played them. Was it last year they played them? Well, Anthony Edwards was there. But look at this. No, my fault. OKC don't play Minnesota. OKC, the Spurs. So Minnesota plays the Spurs. That should be close to a sweep right there. But what I'm trying to tell you is, look at this. Denver Nuggets gave the Spurs hell during the regular season. So what does that tell you? Well, Minnesota, they should be able to what? They should be able to give the Spurs hell if they just gave Denver hell, right? I mean, man, I don't know, man. But look at here, guys. I'm gonna stay with my picks, and I'm gonna go with San Antonio, and I'm gonna go with the Knicks. I know sports and fitness friends. He don't believe it, and it might not even be believable. But the progress. The Knicks is always getting right there. The Knicks wasn't it last year? No excuses, but wasn't it last year that your boy had to play with a hurt hand? What's this guy's name? Oh man, their best player on the Knicks, the short, red, light-skinned dude, yellow dude. Can't remember his name for some reason. But anyways, that's what happened, guys. All of a sudden, he had a hurt hand. He had to play the rest of the series with a hurt hand. Another dude hurt. But that's trying to tell you, man. But I look at it as progress. Like the Knicks, they're progressing. They're progressing into the finals, right? I don't think it's anybody else's year but the Knicks. I'm not trying to say they're going to win. I think the only way they're going to win if Wemby goes down with injury, which it won't doubt me, guys. Because there's a slate of injuries coming in the second round, guys. Just like always, this ain't nothing new. I've already told you from 2020 all the way until now, the injuries are hardcore abundant. Yes, we can look at injuries in the 210s, but the 2020s is just straight up garbage, guys. It's just all in your face. In your face. And what does it tell me? That not only is it scripted, that they don't care about winning championships, guys. They care about betting money. Because they won't be faking injuries if they wasn't in on the money. It would, what dumb fool would just be, faking an injury. It ain't in on it. So there you got it, guys. It's coming in the second round. It's been every year. It's been in the first round, the second round, the third round, the finals. Take your pick. Take your pick. Take your pick. How do you want it? You ain't nobody getting no credit from me for beating another team without their best players. Or because they got injured. The opponent got injured. Why should I get... So I'm giving Michael Jordan credit because Charles Barkley goes out in the finals? Or Clyde Drexler? Or, Karl Malone? Or Magic Johnson goes out? No! No. No. And you go, oh, Worthy went out. Worthy went out with a legit injury, guys. They beat that team 4-1. He played the majority of the series. Give me another time it happened, guys. Sean Kemp went out. Gary Payton went out. Hell, Jordan was hurt and he kept playing in that series. Players got hurt and kept playing, guys. It's no excuse out here. Because during the regular season, unless you tore something, whatever. What it was based on back in the day, like, we have to prove it, right? At work, for some reason, these NBA players don't have shit to prove, right? To get more money. But at work, we have to prove our worth, right? So if you didn't come to work, you kept missing days, you say, oh man, but that dude, when he's here, man, he's good, man. They'll eventually let you go. We don't need to have a what could have been. So for these players, well, the NBA players, they get to do the opposite of what we get to do. What do they get to do? Well, let me finish this. Back in the day, while you played hurt, unless your ass couldn't walk, literally, is because you're playing for your next contract. The team seen that. Are you going to be able to play hurt, contribute, stay healthy? Yes or no? No? Then we're not going to pay you that big money. Yes, we can pay you because you're a great player, but we can't pay you a whole bunch. You think they just kept paying Sam Bowie a whole bunch of money? Yes, he played, but he was hurt. What about Ralph Sampson? Yes, he played for some years, but they didn't pay him the big money, guys. And you can just name so many great players. Penny Hardaway. Once he kept getting hurt, they stopped paying him the good money or the big money. But for some reason in this NBA, the money doesn't stop, guys. In a league to where it has the lowest ratings of all time. And a lot of it is because of these players and their fake injuries. But they still get all this money thrown at them for not living up to what they got to do in the playoffs. I ain't talking about losing. You lose. I'm talking about getting hurt. Nobody cares about what you do in the regular season. We want to see competition in the playoffs, the big time.